Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Hi, everyone. If you are on the stream right now, we have gotten on to We Are Ellsworth. There was some miscommunication here as we were getting ready to start the basketball season, and was not aware that the game tonight for the girls' opener against Turtle Lake was starting at 6 o'clock instead of at 7. So, because of that, we are coming on here a little bit late. As you can see by looking on the scoreboard, there is about 10 minutes left in the first half as we are underway here in the opening game of the season for the Ellsworth High School girls basketball team. So if you are on the stream here today, please let me know if you are able to hear us and everything is working out okay as we're here today on this Tuesday, November 18th for some basketball as the basketball season has started and is underway here at Ellsworth High School as Coach Yeager and the Ellsworth High School girls are getting ready to start a new season, and they are taking on the Turtle Lake Lakers from the West Lakeland Conference. So we will try to get some names and numbers here, and as the game gets going, because I don't have a program with me, I was under the impression the game was going to be starting at 7. So that's okay, those things do happen, but Ellsworth is up 10-4, and they are up at it early with their returning backcourt, with Lexi Marks really working hard there on the defensive end, along with Jenna Stoltenberg and Olivia Maher as well. Other players out there on the court right now for Ellsworth include freshman Tate Hoopert, as Lexi Marks gets to the basket and knocks down a bucket and the foul. So it will open up to a 12-4 Ellsworth lead here as we get going here in this game. It is the opening of the basketball season. The first game here in the new redone Ellsworth High School gymnasium. Looks pretty nice, if I'm being honest. This year the benches are on the other side of the court. But free throw is missed, and that ball's going back to Turtle Lake. So here comes Turtle Lake up the court. They finished last year with an 11-17 record as they work the ball here. And yeah, they're going to get a foul on Libby Groh on the reach there, as number 23 was trying to make a penetration move from the elbow. So that'll be Libby Groh's first. Right, and that's going to look like it's going to go off with Turtle Lake's foot on the dribble. So Ellsworth forces a turnover here. Coach Yeager and the Ellsworth girls starting year number 2. Last year they finished, I believe, 7-17 overall. Only one win in the middle border, but with a lot of players returning outside of the loss of Morgan Halverson, things will certainly be looking up for Ellsworth this year. Turtle Lake, though, with the rebound. But there's a steal by Tate Hoopert, who's going to push it up the court. And she's going to try to get to the lane and is going to get herself fouled. She will get to the line for a couple free throws. The freshman will get a couple opportunities at free throw line here. First shot is up and good, and Ellsworth is now up 13-4 on Turtle Lake. Second shot for the freshman is up and short off the rim. Battle for the rebound, but secured by Turtle Lake, and here they come up the court, and that ball's thrown away. Jenna Stoltenberg with the steal, goes to the left hand. No, tried to go right hand and missed. And there's Tate Hoopert again with the rebound and the foul. And a couple more free throws here for the freshman. So we will try to get you some numbers here at halftime when the game is going on. So apparently from the sound of things, Turtle Lake did not have a JV So because of the fact that they had to come from a longer distance, they started the game at 6 o'clock today instead of at 7, which certainly makes sense. As Hooper rolls in another free throw, and it is a 10-point lead here for Ellsworth. Pushing it up the court to number 21 there for Turtle Lake. I will try again to get some numbers here for you, and some names. Well, there's a foul on Reese Matzik, and that's already 3 fouls on her. And it looks like another freshman is coming in the game here for Ellsworth. That's number 1, Haley Maher, who's going to check into the game. As Reese Matzik will probably be out for the remainder of the first half. Looking to try to get it in, and the ball is taken and thrown away again. Lexi Marks is going to go on the push, goes to the left hand for 2. And Ellsworth now opening up a 14-16-4 lead. 12-point lead here for the Panthers. Turtle Lake with the ball on the wing. Libby Grove playing defense here as they're looking inside. We got a major mismatch in there, but Turtle Lake not looking to throw the ball inside. It is the opening game for each team, and there's a careless foul. Tate Hooper will get that one called, but we'll love the hustle and aggressiveness from the freshman. That'll be the first one on Tate. 5 fouls each here. Ball being bounded on the side. Ball is in on the top of the key here to number 3. Like I said, I apologize for anyone listening. I don't have a program with me right now, so I won't be able to give you names for Turtle Lake. Number 12, it's going to get caught with a double dribble here. So a lot of turnovers for Turtle Lake. From looking at them before this game started, they do return some players from last year's team as they finished in the middle of the West Lakeland Conference. They're in man-to-man here as Ellsworth swings the ball to the left. Stoltenberg will pop a 3 and hit. Jenna Stoltenberg knocks down the 3 ball, and Ellsworth opens up a big 19-4 lead as the sophomore bangs one down from the outside. Turtle Lake trying to get in the lane, spins into trouble, and the ball comes in, and we're going to get a foul, as I believe that might be Turtle Lake's post player, number 23, who is going to draw the foul there. The foul is on Tate Hoopert, I believe. Okay, nope, the foul is going to be on Jenna Stoltenberg, apparently, not Tate Hoopert. So, second free throw coming here from Turtle Lake Center. And that one is also off. Rebound by Tate Hoopert. As she brings it up the court, she will stop and pop the 3, and it is off to the side. But Stoltenberg with the rebound and the miss. Scrap for it, and Turtle Lake's going to push. Number 5 to the left hand, shot it long, and here we go back the other way. Haley Maher with the ball for Ellsworth, gives it back to Stoltenberg, and they will reset. And running a lot of 5-out offense. Maher for 3, that is in and out. Her sister Olivia on the bench there in street clothes, so obviously not healthy to be able to play. That'll be a 3 though for Tate Hoopert. And it will be a 22-4 Ellsworth lead. Turtle Lake looking to get off the schneid here a little bit. They have struggled to turning the ball over here. Not getting a lot of good looks at the basket. Swing the ball to number 23 from three-point line. It is off the rim. And Tate Hoopert will bring the ball down. As she comes down, head up. She will stop, swing the ball to Stoltenberg on the baseline to Marks. Back to Stoltenberg to Libby Grow at the top of the key. She will be patient and wait. Tate Hoopert again. Finds Marks on the curl in the lane. Gets doubled. Back to Libby Grow for 3. That is off the side of the rim. And Turtle Lake with the long rebound and the push. And is going to go to the left hand there and gets fouled by Libby Grow. As number 23 will get a pair of free throws here. That is Libby Grow's second foul. Obviously, Ellsworth coming off last season, losing Morgan Halverson, who was the all-everything player for the Panthers, averaging almost 15 points and 7.5 rebounds a game. So probably one question this year for the girls is going to be, do they have someone to step into Morgan's place to play inside under the basket and provide a little bit of size see. Laney Blomberg is checked in the game. And looks like Turtle Lake sitting in the zone now. 1-2-2, and Stoltenberg left wide open, but misses that three. Turtle Lake the rebound, looking to push. And out to number 5. She'll shoot and score. A bucket there for number 5. And it is 22-7 as Turtle Lake continues to sit in the 1-2-2 zone. So Ellsworth will spread and look for that zone offense. Hooper patient, will look around the wing to Marks, inside to Blomberg, shot partially blocked. Gets the rebound, kicks it back to Hooper for another three. That is, and it is going to go down the other way to Turtle Lake. (22-7), 5:19 here to go in the first half. Jeff Farndorf here on We Are Ellsworth. I'm sure for a lot of folks probably won't get to this stream today because of the early start, but I'm sure there'll be many more basketball games coming to you here this year on We Are Ellsworth. Glad that we're bringing you some ball games today. Ball's inbound at the top of the key to number 3 here for Turtle Lake. Looking to try to get a back cut, and that ball's thrown away. Turtle Lake is struggling to take care of the ball here in the first half. Stoltenberg goes on the wing to Maher. She's going to be patient. Back to Stoltenberg, who's left open for another three. That one is going to short off the rim. And the ball is going to go down to Turtle Lake again. So Turtle Lake to inbound the ball. They have 8 points, but have had a lot of turnovers here in the first half. Getting to the lane is number 5. That's a nice move. Does not get a shot to go though. Blomberg with the rebound. And Stoltenberg on the push. And we've got a timeout here. Coach Yeager is going to use a timeout as we are down to 4:28 left to go here in the first half. It is Ellsworth 22, Turtle Lake 8. And so giving us a chance to catch our breath here a little bit as we were expecting the game to start at 7 o'clock. It is the beginning of the high school basketball season. We will be excited to bring you some high school basketball again this year on We Are Ellsworth. The girls are getting the games going here a little earlier than the boys as they get their season started here. But the boys will be coming up here soon in December as well. The girls have another home game this Thursday where Coach Yeager will be taking on, and Ellsworth will be taking on the Boyceville Bulldogs from the Dunn St. Croix Conference. I will not be bringing you that game, but we'll see if someone else will be broadcasting that game come Thursday. And then the next time I will be seeing you is in early December, I believe December 2nd, when the Ellsworth girls host Osceola. There is a lot of basketball games this year in Ellsworth that are going to be on a Tuesday and Thursday, not as many on a Friday, but we are still going to try to make sure to bring you as many basketball games as we possibly can because, hey, it's basketball season, right? Always excited to make sure and bring those things to you here during the season with hoops coming up. And we're at the opener here against Turtle Lake. So, ball will be in bounds after the timeout. Stoltenberg at the top of the key. And myself, I'm getting a little used to the new Ellsworth gym, which looks very nice after being worked on over the summer. The teams now are on the bench right on the side where you are at. You can see us here. And that's going to be a travel on Lexi Marks. And it will be Turtle Lake ball after the turnover. Yeah, benches are on the opposite side of the court this time. The bleachers now are black colored with purple Panther prints, which looks nice. There's also a clock, not just our scoreboard, but a clock at the top of the basket as well, which looks really nice. All right, Turtle Lake getting to the basket here, number 3. He was able to get in and force a couple of free throw attempts. So, Laney Blomberg with the foul here, and number 3 for Turtle Lake is going to be at the line to shoot a pair of free throws. First one is good. So despite the fact that Turtle Lake has really struggled with taking care of the basketball, they are only down 13 here to Ellsworth and make it 12 with 4 minutes still to go in the first half. Ball pushed ahead to Maher. Inside to Tate Hooper. Kicks out to Stoltenberg. Back to Maher for 3, and that is strong and off the back of the rim. And Lexi Marks is out of bounds with the rebound. Good hustle by the senior. And so it will go back to Turtle Lake. as they look to try to cut into this Ellsworth lead here. Ball at the top of the key. A lot of 5-out being run here by Turtle Lake. But I'm surprised some of the players for Turtle Lake are not back cutting, as Ellsworth is kind of blindly gambling here for steals. And it pays off with a bucket for Haley Maher as the freshman gets herself a bucket. And Turtle Lake will bring it back as they try to get in the lane, and that ball is going to be turned over again off of Turtle Lake leg. And it is still having a struggle for Turtle Lake to take care of the ball here in this first game. All right, Ellsworth going to be patient here as Turtle Lake is sitting in a bit of a zone. And Hoopert and Stoltenberg are going to play catch out on top. Ball into Blomberg in the post, looks opposite, finds Maher with the ball fake, gets to the lane. And that just a little bit off the side. Rebound by Blomberg. Mark's going to penetrate, kick opposite to Maher. And that one is also a little bit off, but a good look. Oh, and there's going to be a jump ball. Good hustle by Ellsworth. I'll have to say Turtle Lake getting very sloppy with the basketball here. They're going to have to come and meet the ball. They're going to have to cut hard because Ellsworth is just gambling and being really aggressive defensively. Turtle Lake really struggling to take care of the basketball. So, patience from Turtle Lake as they run a dribble handoff from the free throw line. That ball does not hit the rim, and it will go back to Ellsworth as we're down to 2:30 left to go here in the first half. 24-10, Ellsworth with the lead. Stoltenberg will bring the ball up the top of the key. Marks on the left wing. Turtle Lake back in kind of a 1-2-2, almost 2-3 zone. Stoltenberg flashes to the elbow. Good ball fake, picks it back up, left it short. Tries to maneuver. Marks finds Blomberg inside, draws a double, and gets the ball, and it's called for a travel. So it will be Turtle Lake ball. And Libby Grohl will come back for Lainey Blomberg, and here comes Turtle Lake again with the basketball as they will run a little bit of a 1-4, and they're looking high-low inside. They've got the mismatch underneath, and that ball did not go in for number 4, who had a good look and could not finish. Stoltenberg will get the ball, get to the lane, find Marks, wing to Maher, free ball on the way off the back of the rim, rebound Turtle Lake. And they threw it away again. Ball in there to Maher, shot blocked. Turtle Lake will slow it back down as we get down to about 1:25. Oh, and they found in wide open number 20 under the basket there to make it 24-12. Ellsworth right back on the attack. Hoopert, top of the key. Little Euro step and an easy bucket for Tate Hoopert. And it will be 26-12. Turtle Lake looking on the back cut here to number 3. Nothing there. Back to number 5. Penetrates the lane and loses it, but gets it back to number 20. Puts up the jumper, and that's good. That'll make it 26-14. Ellsworth in their zone offense. Hoopert in the baseline. Could have probably got it to Groh. Had her girl buried under there. Back to Libby Groh on the left wing. Nothing there, so they'll be patient. 23 seconds and counting. Ball for 3 from Marks. That is going to be hitting the support in the basket. And we're going to go the other way here with Turtle Lake ball. 17 seconds to go here till the end of the first half. And here comes Turtle Lake trying to get this to a 10-point lead here at the half. Running a side ball screen into the lane. Number 5 comes, can't finish. Gets the rebound though and scores. And that's going to cut it at half to a 10-point lead. here on We Are Ellsworth. It is the half. It is Ellsworth 26. It is Turtle Lake 16. We will be back in a little bit here at the half on We Are Ellsworth. Glad you're with us tonight. All right, it's halftime here at Ellsworth High School Gymnasium. Opening day for hoops season here for the 2025-2026 school year. The Ellsworth girls first out on the court as they are taking on Turtle Lake here today. This is Jeff Farndorf. We're glad you're here with us today. We apologize again for the fact that we had a misstep as far as the start of the game goes. We were not aware and had our communication crossed with regards to what time the game started. We thought the game was starting at 7. The game was starting at 6 o'clock instead. So we got to you about 10 minutes left in the first half. We were able to get the broadcast on, and we'll have a full second half here for you. And we know there probably won't be a lot of folks on this broadcast just because they were expecting the game to start at 6:45, or the stream to start at 6:45, which is what it is right now. And we have about 1:20 left until we start the second half. So to just kind of recap here so far, in this game, Ellsworth is up 26-16. And for what we've seen here in the first half, Ellsworth is going to be a team this year that looks like they're very guard heavy. They're going to shoot a lot of threes from the outside. And obviously the addition of freshman Tate Hoopert is going to be a huge plus to the varsity team this year, as she comes in with a lot of basketball experience and obviously going to be playing a lot of minutes for Coach Yeager. One thing that Ellsworth is missing, as we can tell you here, is that we see Olivia Maher is in a boot over on the bench here. So she was a person who logged a lot of minutes last year playing guard for Ellsworth and one of their top scorers and defenders and rebounders as a sophomore. So not sure about when she will be returning off the injured list, but as of now, Ellsworth will be without her. And of course, obviously, as we said before, Ellsworth's big loss from last year was, of course, senior Morgan Halverson. Morgan Halverson was kind of the all-everything player for Ellsworth, averaging almost 15 points a game and 7.5 rebounds a game. So Ellsworth looking to find ways to fill that void, not just in scoring and leadership, but also in rebounding as well. So it will be a new year, and Coach Yeager and the Panthers looking for some continuous improvement from last year. Ellsworth was very successful in non-conference last year, as they had 6 of their 7 wins last year in the season were in the non-conference schedule. So I'm sure Coach Yeager would like to see some improvement, and moving up the ranks a little bit in the Middle Border Conference. So we're going to start the second half. We do have a program now. So Ellsworth will come out with Groh and Stoltenberg, Hubert, Reese Matzik, and Lexi Marks. And Turtle Lake is in a zone as the ball goes inside to Groh, who draws some attention. Throws it away a little bit, but Stoltenberg retrieves it. Back to Tate Hubert at the elbow to Groh, working inside. Hubert again will launch a three, around and out. Groh with the hustle on the rebound, and Ellsworth still able to get their hands on it. Lexi Marks, one of the few seniors on the team with her and Libby Groh. Groh working inside, finds Stoltenberg. Ellsworth looking to penetrate when they can. Stoltenberg, nothing there yet. Now Turtle Lake more of a man-to-man. Groh on the top of the key, nothing going so far for Ellsworth. Find Hubert on the cut, and she puts it up, cannot finish. And that's number 4, Ryan Nikinen with the rebound. And she will get the ball to number 5, Lexi Tarman, a junior who was Turtle Lake's returning leading scorer from last year. Inside to number 24, Olivia Korish. Back to Tarman, 3 on the way. That looked short when it let go out of her hand, and that ball will go out of bounds. And it will go back to Ellsworth with the ball here. Early goings of the second half. Opening game of the basketball season between Ellsworth girls and Turtle Lake non-conference schedule. Stoltenberg looking to get in the lane. Nothing there. Cut off. Groh will take the ball. Swing to Matzik on the left wing. Over to Marks on the baseline. Gets a screen. Nothing there. And Ellsworth just kind of content to play catch around the three-point line right now. Not much happening. Hubert looks for a ball screen. Tries to get around the corner and can't. Picks it back up again, tries to go baseline, and ended up losing the ball out of bounds. Like the freshman maybe forced it a little too much there, trying to get around the corner. And it will be Turtle Lake ball. Tarman will bring it back up. Stoltenberg on her. No, Ellsworth kind of sitting back in the zone themselves. So Tarman's going to get the screen. This is still only a 10-point game. There's a good play by Lexi Marks. The pest on the steal, and she is going to miss the layup but get a foul. Number 23, Grace Hubbard. And so Marks will be at the line to shoot a pair. First one is off the rim, no good. Second one for the senior, one of the returning seniors on the roster. That one is no good, but they chase down the rebound. And Hubert will set it up at the top of the key. Stoltenberg and then to Groh inside to Hubert. We're going to have a foul here. I believe that is on number 20, Caitlin Paps, on the foul. So Ellsworth will get an out-of-bounds possession here. Stoltenberg ready to throw it in. And ball will be to Marks. Swings back to Stoltenberg on the baseline. 3 on the way. That is no good. Tate Hubert looked like she had the rebound and then lost it. And then number 3 for Turtle Lake, Poppenhagen, ended up having the ball and stood up straight. So that is a travel on her and another Turtle Lake turnover. The ball will be back to Ellsworth under the basket. Stoltenberg looking for somebody. Finally gets it into Hubert at the top of the key. Looking inside but can't find anyone. Now they get it into Libby Groh. Back to Matzik and around to Marks. Hubert dancing with the ball a little bit. Over to Stoltenberg, swings to Groh. Hubert trying to work for position, but not getting anything yet. Ellsworth still passing around the perimeter. There's a look. Nope, Stoltenberg kicks it back to Groh. Swings to the left side to Hubert. Into the lane. A little out of control on that play and getting up a little slowly. Ball's into number 24. No foul called there. And it looks like after that little wild and craziness, we're going to have a jump ball. Tate Hoopert's definitely getting a lot of floor burns out there today for sure. Good hustle by the freshman. It'll be Turtle Lake basketball. Ball into Hubbard. Oh, she didn't shoot for some reason. Back to Tarman for three. Off the rim. And ball saved under the basket by Matzik, which is probably not the best place to save it, and that's a Turtle Lake bucket. It is down to a 6-point Ellsworth lead. 14:27 to go. Stoltenberg, long-range bomb. That's good. Jenna Stoltenberg for three. Okay, we've got our scoreboard fixed here. For a minute, it said 6-point lead. Now, let's see here. It says 28-18. I think it's 29-18, but we'll keep an eye on the scoreboard here. Ball swung to Tarman. Top of the key to Korish. Over to Poppenhagen. Ellsworth content to sit in the zone. Yep, now it's changed to 29-18. Turtle Lake trying to flash someone in that middle area of the zone, and not a good pass, and it gets thrown away. Marks on the steal, and gets the bucket with the hard finish. And Ellsworth opens back up to a 13-point lead, 31-18 off the turnover. In the middle, number 24, Korish splits the double team. Hubbard with the turnaround off the side of the basket, trying to go up again. We've got a timeout here by Turtle Lake. She was in a little bit of trouble there in the double team. So 30-second timeouts. And a 31-18 lead here for the Ellsworth Panthers. Now coming up, as we mentioned earlier in the first half, Ellsworth girls will have a home game here Thursday night against Boyceville. I do not know if we'll be bringing that game to you on We Are Ellsworth or not. I will not be available to bring that game, so we will see if someone else does. The boys will be starting practice this upcoming week, and good luck to the Ellsworth High School boys, who also return a lot of players from last year's team as well. Their first game will be coming up, I believe, the first week of December. I don't have a schedule in front of me as of right now. So ball back in, 13-point lead. Hubbard tries to split the double team and loses the ball. And it's going to be a jump ball. And Ellsworth will take over. When Turtle Lake has not turned the ball over, they've been able to get a couple of good shots, but they have struggled mightily with turning the ball over today. Since we started the game late, we won't be giving you much in the way of any stats except for the final score. Good tip out of bounds by Tarman, as Hoopert was trying to get the basket cut there and get open for a bucket. Ellsworth will inbound with Stoltenberg to inbound. Hoopert around the curl with a three ball on the way. That's off the rim. And it's going the other way to Turtle Lake. So Turtle Lake to inbound the ball. Opening game of the basketball season. Many to come here at Ellsworth High School the next few months. Tarman will get the ball here to Poppenhagen. They're looking in the middle, but with no success. Over to Pabst. He's going to swing back to Poppenhagen, and a careless pass thrown away. Hoopert's going to push and cannot finish that one. And ball comes back up the court now. Turtle Lake trying to push with numbers. Hubbard working in the post. It's going to go strong, but it's off the rim. Fighting with Groh for the rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Libby Groh. Libby Groh forced a miss on the first shot, but didn't box out the shooter. And so that will give Hubbard a couple of free throws here. Libby Groh's third of the ball game. First one by Hubbard is off the front of the rim and no good. Second shot on the way. That rolls around, no good either, but number 24 there, Korish, hustling for the rebound, but then gets it taken away. Ellsworth with numbers. And Hoopert is fouled getting to the basket. And she will get an opportunity at the free throw line. Foul by number 3, Poppenhagen. Tate Hoopert, the freshman, at the free throw line, shooting a pair. First one is no good. Ellsworth bringing some subs into the game. Haley Maher Lainey Blomberg in the game. Last year, Ellsworth had a pretty short rotation on the bench as well. Looks very similar again this year. Second shot for Hoopert is in. And it is a 14-point Ellsworth lead, 32-18. Closest Turtle Lake has been about 8 points, as they have just turned the ball over way too many times to give them an opportunity in this game. There almost was another one. Ball swung to Tarman, back at the top of the key. Number 20, Pabst, in the middle to Hubbard, and there's an easy bucket as Hubbard knocks down a two-pointer there. I think if Turtle Lake can get that ball in there, that's a recipe for success for them, but they have struggled against Ellsworth's solid defensive pressure. Into Hoopert, she will get another bucket, and it'll be 34-20. The freshman, in all likelihood, leading Ellsworth here in scoring. There's almost a steal by Lexi Marks. They left Hubbard alone. She missed the first and missed the second. Oh, Ellsworth got a break on that one. Here comes Hoopert again. She is not shy putting those shots up, that's for sure. There's another shot, though. Good look off the back of the rim. And here comes Turtle Lake. And it looks like Turtle Lake's going to go patient here a little bit. Ellsworth still in a zone. Looking for Hubbard on the baseline. Tries to go under. Cannot score. Good defense by Ellsworth. And here comes Stoltenberg back the other way. Leaving shooters open here. Marks trying to get in the lane. Goes up strong. Can't finish. Hubbard with the rebound. Turtle Lake has numbers if they want to push. Oppenhagen will bring it back out, though. 34-20. Tarman for three. Again, she has not found her stroke. There's a rebound, though, and another miss. Oh, my goodness. Korish with a great rebound and just could not finish. Ellsworth trying to finesse that pass inside, turns it over. And here comes Tarman again. Looks like 1-on-3. But she says, to heck with it. I'm going to go and score. And timeout, Turtle Lake. Watching Tarman take some jump shots, looks like she's got some good shooting for him, just has not been able to knock anything down from the outside. So 34-22, 10:08, plenty of time left in this one. But Ellsworth has firmly been in control here. Closest that Turtle Lake has gotten has been 8 points. So we will see if that changes at all here, as it is the first game of the basketball season here on We Are Ellsworth. Shout out, of course, to our We Are founder, Bob Rombach, who helps us, of course, with setting all of this up and making sure that we can broadcast these games. You can watch them from your home if you get the opportunity. You see this year, the student section is kind of on the opposite side of the gym where the benches used to be. And if you have not been to the new renovation at the Ellsworth High School, you definitely need to get here, as they have a nice, much bigger lobby area, which I think fits really well for our basketball games now. The Panther Den being open, and of course the concession stand being open as well. So I think it's a pretty good deal here. We're very fortunate we have that here at Ellsworth. So ball and bounce here. It is a 12-point game. Ellsworth, despite the fact of being really kind of firmly in control, they have kind of struggled to put a lot of distance between themselves here and Turtle Lake. Let's see what Coach Yeager has cooked up out of the timeout. Back in that zone, trying to force it into Tate Hooper with 4 people around her. Is able to get it back out, gets it again, draws a double. Haley Maher for 3, that's good! The freshman knocks down a 3 ball, and it's 37-22. Turtle Lake will look here now. Tarman into the lane, pull-up jumper. Good shot, no good. Number 4 with the rebound and lost it. Nikinen with the rebound taken away by Ellsworth. And here they come again. Stoltenberg will reset things up here at the top of the key. Marks is looking. Grow. A lot of perimeter action here for Ellsworth. Back to Stoltenberg, finds Maher, gives a head fake, but yeah, that is going to be a travel. And with the travel, that ball is going to go back again to Turtle Lake. 37-22, 9 to go in the second half. Tarman looking inside, opposite wing, and that ball is almost lost. Back to number 21, Hubbard, who is a freshman. And they finally found the baseline runner, but that shot is blocked by Libby Groh. Hooper on the force, and is not going to get that one to go. And we've got ourselves a jump ball between Stoltenberg and Tarman. Tate Hooper being aggressive, attacking the basket, did not get that one to go. And here comes Turtle Lake again, down 15. If they're going to make some headway, they're going to have to do it soon. Ball's over to Tarman. She is open. She'll take the three, and she'll hit it. Nice shot by number 5, the junior guard. Back to a 12-point game. Maher the floater. That's good. Haley Maher with another bucket. And it's 39-25. Freshman chipping in here with a few buckets in this one. High post, number 4 there. Nikinen misses the good look from the free throw line. Hooper going straight to the basket again. That one's going to go. And that opens Ellsworth up to a 16-point lead as they are starting to finally pull away here in this one. Tarman another 3. That one is short. Rebound by Hubbard, and that's going to be on the floor. And so the foul is going to be here, it looks like, on number 11, Stoltenberg. So subs coming in here for Turtle Lake. Ellsworth now with one of their biggest leads of the game here, up 16. Getting powered by a couple of freshmen here. Maher and Hooper doing a lot of the scoring. Reese Matzik will come back in the game. She'll check in for Lexi Marks. Turtle Lake looking the ball and bounce. Ooh, they missed someone right under the basket. Top of the key, number 21, Hubbard, penetrates, gets to the bucket, cannot get it. Strong rebound there, and a foul on Ellsworth. Strong rebound by Korish. That's going to go on Reese Matzik. That's her 4th. Still 7.5 to go here, but if Turtle Lake's going to make a run, they're going to have to do it here awfully quickly. So, ball and bounce, kind of a flat 4 along the baseline. Korish trying to make a move, spins, got a piece of it blocked there by Blomberg. And it will stay with Turtle Lake. Korish has worked hard, a little undersized for a post player. But definitely working hard in there. Looks up top. Ashley Hubbard to the basket. She puts it up, cannot get it to go. Libby Groh there with the rebound. Ellsworth on the push. Turtle Lake out in a man-to-man now. They can't afford really to play zone anymore. They're going to have to come out and pressure Ellsworth. Into Hooper. She lost it. And here comes Turtle Lake. Not able to get an easy bucket, though. Ball gets the side. There's a 3 ball. That's good. Tarman with another 3. And that down to a 13-point lead, 41-28. 6:49 and counting. Hooper kicks to Maher, 3 on the way. That is an air ball. Good pass, good look. Just didn't get it to go for Haley on that one. And here comes Turtle Lake. All right, Poppenhagen on the right. Ball goes inside. And we're going to have a blocking foul here. Ellsworth has definitely been the aggressor, more physical defensively, getting called for a number of other fouls. Ball and bounce here. Tarman to inbound, lobs it into Korish. Tries to make a move and gets cut off. Tarman gets to the lane. Good look. Did not get it to go. And here comes Ellsworth back. Tate Hooper will bring the ball up. She's guarded by another freshman. And Ellsworth running a 4 out. Looking inside. And now they'll be patient. Pass the ball around the perimeter. No hurry to look for anything here as Ellsworth. Stoltenberg gets a screen, pulls up the free throw line short. And rebound by Hubbard, who's trapped in the corner. Turtle Lake's got numbers if they want to hurry. Tarman kicks to Pompenhagen. There's a three. That looks off and is. The ball's going to stay here at Turtle Lake. Grace Hubbard's going to check back in the game here for Nikkanen. And ball's going to be inbounded here. Ball into Hubbard. She's going to go with that, and yep, that's going to be a foul on Libby Groh. Ellsworth can't allow them to catch that right there. She's going to get herself a couple free throws. That's also Libby Groh's fourth foul. So Ellsworth, not a lot of size in the front court here. First one is good. 41-29, 12-point game, 5.5 still to go. Turtle Lake trying to put together a run here. They've not been able to do that so far. Second one is off. Loose ball, though, and Turtle Lake gets it. Tarman finds Hubbard. Goes to the older Hubbard underneath. Gets a triple team. Oh, they left the shooter wide open, and she buries the three. And that is down to a 9-point lead. Coach Yeager needs a timeout. Not good defense on that possession by Ellsworth, leaving that shooter wide open. And it is cut to 9. Turtle Lake has cut this from 16 to 9. It is now 41-32 as junior Lexi Tarman has gotten hot from the outside and has started to knock down some shots. Now, as Ellsworth is going to have to get some buckets, but are also going to have to be a little bit more, I guess we can say, focused strategically defensively so that they are not leaving shooters wide open to get down and get easy buckets here. And so let's see what Coach Yeager has called out of the timeout. As it is now 41-32. Turtle Lake on a 7-0 run here. And Ellsworth will come back with Blomberg and Groh, Maher, Hoopert, and Stoltenberg. Turtle Lake in the man-to-man defense. Ellsworth looking to work it around the middle, looking inside when they can, looking into Groh, but that's covered up. Hoopert, top of the key. Over to Stoltenberg, Groh, inside to Blomberg, and they're going to get a foul. The foul is going to be called there on Korish, I believe. And Coach Yeager is going to get back that senior experience with Lexi Marks back in the game. Stoltenberg on the inbound. Hooper running through the baseline screen. Looking inside, but nothing there. Haley Maher over to Stoltenberg. Looking to try to work inside. Groh gets the loose ball, finds Stoltenberg. Back to Marks. Back inside, looking in, but they forced it into Tate Hoopert. And that ball goes out of bounds off of Turtle Lake. Ellsworth a little unsure about how they want to attack this defense here from the looks of things. Stoltenberg finds Marks. Maher left alone at the top of the key, but will swing it back. Ellsworth, oh, dangerous pass. Tarman with the steal, and she will go lay it in. Dangerous pass there by Ellsworth, and now down to a 7-point lead. A 9-0 run here by Turtle Lake. The closest they've been in a long time. Ellsworth has to start being a little more aggressive here and not just passing the ball around the perimeter. The ball comes to Marks. She's looking inside to Groh. Cannot get it quite in there. The ball goes out of bounds. It's 3:56. All of a sudden we got ourselves a bit of a ball game here. Can Ellsworth get a little more distance again? There's Hooper at the corner. Good offense by Ellsworth. That ball's short, though. Good play, just short on the shot. Up ahead, Korish on the layup. And that ball's going to be knocked out of her hands and going to Turtle Lake. Ellsworth caught a break there because they had someone let loose for a layup again. All right, ball in bounds here for Turtle Lake again. Ball into Hubbard. Rowe has 4 fouls. Tarman, someone keeping a little more of an eye on her. She makes a move, though. Good look, just could not get it to go. Here comes Ellsworth back. Marks. Over to Hooper. Not sure where she was. Okay, there it was. Looked like she wasn't sure she was going to shoot or pass, but passed it to Stoltenberg. And Ellsworth will continue to be patient. Let's see if Turtle Lake tries to extend the pressure here a little bit, as we are getting down to about 3 minutes. Marks on the perimeter, inside to Grow. Not a good entry pass, and that ball's going to get tied up. He's going to stay here with Ellsworth. Have to get that entry pass in on the other side of the post player to be able to get themselves a bucket. Ball's in bounds. Trying to get someone in. Now they've got Marks with the ball. Maher on top of the key. And that ball is going to be turned over. Yep, over and back. As Ellsworth getting a little lazy with their passes here. So ball in bounce. Turtle Lake looking to see if they can make a run here and get this game even a little closer. Tarman on the top of the key. She's been the big bucket getter. There's good pass. Inside to Hubbard. And that ball is going to go out of bounds off of Ellsworth. Hubbard definitely with the size advantage in there, but not able to finish. So ball goes in bounce. And ball is thrown away by Turtle Lake. Big killer there on turnover. And so down to 2.5. 2:39 left to go in this one. Ball's in bounds to Stoltenberg. Let's see if Turtle Lake will extend their defense at all. What they will do, Stoltenberg with the screen, pulls the jumper. That is no good. And it looks like Tarman's got the rebound up to Hubbard. She's looking to push. Gets into the lane and cannot get it to go. Oh my goodness, that was another good look. That would have cut it to 5. We're down almost 2 minutes. Hooper into the lane. And that one's gonna go. Big bucket to break the run there by Turtle Lake in a 9-0 run. Turtle Lake looking, oh, they left Tarman open again. And she did not make him pay this time. Ball there to Korish. She's going to go up, can't finish. Another one, can't finish. Turtle Lake playing volleyball off the backboard. And that's going to be a foul. Yep, take your pick, I guess, on that one. Either one of the 2 players there, Matzik or Grow, are going to have their 5th foul, it looks like. Yeah, that is Libby Grow's 5th. So the senior will foul out of the game here. Korish will be at the free throw line. We are now under 2 minutes. So Ellsworth has managed to withstand that Turtle Lake run as they've only gotten as close as 7. First free throw is no good. Second shot coming up here for Korish. And that one is also no good. Reese Matzik has got the rebound for Ellsworth. Turtle Lake definitely going to extend the defensive pressure now as we are winding things down here. 1.5 to go. Ellsworth will be content to play catch right now. Yeah, Stoltenberg will just dribble this one out. We are down to a minute. Into Hooper, who lost it and then got fouled. Just a minute on VR Ellsworth. All right, Ellsworth will inbound the ball here, looking to run out the last minute and 12 seconds as they're hanging on to a 9-point lead. Biggest lead in the second half has been 16. Ball's into Hoopert. And they're just going to back it out. Now Turtle Lake trying to press up a little bit. And there's the foul. That is the 6th, so any more fouls, shooting bonus. Minute and 2 left in this one before we wrap it up and call it a night. Marks, and there's a turnover and a steal. Tarman with an easy bucket, and it's 43-36. Ball into Maher. Maher against the pressure, trying to get it up court, attracting some trouble. Cooper will bring it back, 43 seconds and under. Coach calling for a foul finally. And they finally get one on the freshman, who will shoot some bonus free throws. I would say the last probably about 5 minutes of the game or so, Turtle Lake has outscored Ellsworth 11-2. But maybe a little bit too late for Turtle Lake here in this one. Freshman at the free throw line, shooting bonus. First one is money. One more shot for the freshman. That one is also good. And it is back to 9. Ellsworth is going to hang on to win this one. As Turtle Lake will look to see if they can get a couple more buckets on the board here. Tarman, who's had a good second half, in there to Korish. Oh, nice high-low pass. Oh, one too many passes there by Turtle Lake. They should have taken that shot. Jump ball. This one's going to wind down here with 23 seconds left to go. Ball into Korish. Cannot get it to go. And that's going to get the rebound to Marks and Stoltenberg. And Ellsworth is going to dribble this one out and start off the year with a W. And a foul there. We'll send the freshman back to the free throw line, Tate Hooper, for another bonus free throw. First one is up. And around and out. Turtle Lake with the ball. Tarman was left wide open. No one paid attention to her, and she hit a 3. Oh, Ellsworth just left her alone. That cuts it to a 6-point lead. Unfortunately, there's only 4.8 seconds left. Coach Yeager asking if there was a travel on that one or not, but it was not called. Caught Ellsworth by surprise, so props to Tarman for her shooting here in the second half, as she has kept Turtle Lake in the game pretty much single-handedly by herself here in the second half, as no one else from Turtle Lake has really been able to knock down much. So 4.8 seconds left here in this one. And Ellsworth is going to pick themselves up their first win of the season in this non-conference matchup here against Turtle Lake. Ellsworth will inbound the ball, press break coming. Turtle Lake denying everything. Oh, we've got a stoppage of play here. Okay, gonna have to reset that clock there, it looks like. Ellsworth maybe tried to get a sneaky there with the clock. All right, Stoltenberg to inbound again. Looking for somebody, finds Hooper, and that'll do her. Ellsworth will pick up a 45-39 win as we begin the season. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so as we said, we don't have any stats really for you here tonight, but I think it's safe to say, probably when things are looked back, that Ellsworth winning 45-39 was likely led by Tate Hooper, the freshman, as she certainly was in double figures for points. A very aggressive player that likes to get to the basket. Okay, can also knock down some shots from the outside. The question will be coming forward is Ellsworth can continue to play with that confidence, find some size to play under the basket as well, and continue to work hard to improve off of last year's end of the season success that they had, as they finished with a middle order conference win and then played Somerset tough in the playoffs last year. So with that in mind, just a reminder that the Ellsworth girls will be at home Thursday night to take on Boyceville. That game, I'm not sure if it will be carried on We Are Ellsworth or not, but if it is, make sure to keep an eye on it and check it out. I will be back with you, I believe, for the girls' game on December 2nd when they play home against Osceola. And so I'll be excited to bring that one to you. I believe that is on a Tuesday night. And the boys' games we have coming up probably in a few weeks still. But keep an eye out, please, on the We Are Ellsworth YouTube channel for upcoming games and upcoming schedule, as it is basketball season. And we'll be glad to be able to bring some games to you. So we apologize again for the miscommunication as far as when these games were going to be starting. We're glad, though, for those folks that were still able to check out some of the action, even though we started at a lot earlier time than planned. And next game coming up for me will be on the 2nd of December, a Tuesday against Osceola. Until then, we hope everyone has a good night. This is Jeff Farndorf for We Are Ellsworth. It is basketball season, so it's a great time of year. And go Panthers.